This is Dr. Wixsom, and we're going to go over dog language and training. This is incredibly important for puppies. Dogs don't see themselves as humans, they see us as dogs. So how we talk to them in dog language is how they talk to us. If you touch them on the top of the head, it says, "I am boss, they really have to behave me." If you touch them on the top of the nose, it says, "I'm really boss, they really have to behave me." If you touch them on the side of the muzzle, it says, "I'm really, really, really boss, they really, really, really have to behave me." If you touch them under the chin, that says they are boss. They can do whatever they want. They can pee wherever they want. They can chew whatever they want. They can bite whoever they want. They can do whatever they want. Just like spouses, they love to be told that they're boss, but they don't understand that you don't really mean it and you're just saying it. Some things that you should teach them to, while they're young, the basic commands: sit and stay and drop it. Sit, you start with their hand about even with their head, and then you go in an upward motion. That helps to have a treat in their hand or something to make them interested. They're a long dog and their spine doesn't bend that well, so if their head comes up, many times their butt comes down. Occasionally you can put a hand and push their butt down to put them in a sit position. With all of these positive or operant conditionings, what you want to do is at first you reward a behavior that's sort of like it, and then you make it more and more like it in order to get the reward. For down, you hold the treat in your hand, and you take your hand straight to the ground. As you go straight to the ground, then you can go ahead and treat them once they're on the ground, and that's the down. From a sit position, you want to work on a stay. You make them sit, and then you back off a little bit, stay, and give them treat. This is where clicker training becomes handy. If you go ahead and they stay and they do what they're supposed to, you give them a clicker, and that means that they're going to get it. Drop it is one of the treats that with Labrador Retrievers I always have, and it means that whatever you have you're not supposed to have, you drop it. And sometimes it means that we go in mouths and get things, but you should be able to get anything out of your puppy's mouth. There's nothing about they're eating or there's something else. It should be, you're the boss, you get to have anything you want. Now, you do not drop it or going in dog's mouths with a dog that's already an adult or already has food aggression or something else. But as a puppy, it's a useful thing. That way, when they eat something that's dropped on the floor, like some of your medicine, you say drop it, they will actually spit it out. Trade is the other thing you can do, is if they've got something they're not supposed to have, you can tell them that if they'll bring it to you, they can trade it for what they're supposed to have. Biting, there should be no puppy teeth on human skin at any time for any reason. If you're about to get bitten, tuck your fingers in. We're not hitting them with our fist, we're just protecting our fingers. If you're going to get a bite on the arm is better than a bite to the hand. If you're going to get bitten on the hand, it's better to get bitten on the hand than it is the fingers. By the way, when it comes to teeth, there's no such thing as an accident. Every single time they are testing. If they get by with it, they will do it more. That's a behavior where you've got to take, if it's not cute, when they're a 60 or 100-pound dog, do not let them do it as a puppy. Mom will actually bite them. We will see muzzle marks where they'll have gashes on the side of their muzzle where mom bites them. This is probably one of the ways where I will still tap their muzzle. The other thing you can do when they're biting, hold your hand behind their ears, and that shows reassurance. It's like when mom picks them up and they tuck their feet under, it says reassurance, everything's okay. It actually releases beta endorphins. When you put your hand over their nose, you don't have to put any pressure on it. It says, "I am boss," and it reinforces that you get to set the rules, and biting is not one of the things that they're allowed to do. training is important. Everybody thinks that they want to get their puppy into their house and everything before they training, but the imprinting period only lasts for the first 16 weeks of the puppy's life. It's not that you can't teach them anything after the 16-week period, but it's so much easier during that imprinting period. They're learning what it means to be a dog. Except for correcting any life-threatening behavior, and by the way, biting humans is a life-threatening behavior, always try to be positive. We want them to not be spending all their time in the doghouse. We want them to live in the house and be a family member. If there's anything that we can help with behavior or training, let us know. This time period is critical. We would much rather spend a lot of time with you and have the next 12 to 20 years be great than have a behavior problem that none of us can deal with us. This is Dr. Wixsom with Dr. Wixsom's Wisdom. Have a great day.